What's up, YouTube? This is Cdog back with another Transformers review. This is Transformers Bumblebee, Power Charge Bumblebee. Here he is in car mode. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. But he has all painted windows. So you got the back windshield, all the windows, and the front windshield painted. So that's nice. We have translucent plastic for the headlights. Got blue translucent. They also light up in the electronic gimmick. You can hear it right there. It's starting itself up. You got painted back tail lights. Got PVC, soft PVC back bumper, and let's see if we can get that attached. There we go. Yeah, it's probably not going to attach. But you got those painted, which is nice. And you can see the venting molded on, door handles. You got the Volkswagen symbol molded on with the famous Volkswagen hood. This becomes his chest in the movie. And the turn signals are not painted, but he's got more than one parts count for the wheel, which is nice. Got at least 3. So decently acceptable there. Sometimes he's a little tricky to keep tab together. Not keep tab together, to tab together is what I meant. Now, what's really cool is they have his head right where in the movie, kind of that little gimmick where it shows his eyes light up right in that same section, which is basically the Bumblebee section in all figures. And one thing you want to remember when you're going into car mode is to keep this V. And I'll show you that as well. So, he can roll on his own. It's a little bit stuck because of the gimmick, but if you push down, backwards does that, forward makes revving noises, or sorry, engine noises, and then sometimes if you're lucky, he'll rev his engine up. I'm not exactly sure how to do the revving engine up. I don't know if it's just random. You can also turn it off, but I'll show you that in robot mode. So measurements, he measures at 10 inches long from bumper to bumper. Let's get this more. There you go. 10 inches long from bumper to bumper, 4 inches high. Unique Toys Challenger is 11 inches high. I didn't put that in the final take of the edit, but it is 11 inches high. I will do that in the update video I do, which will be sometime with Peril Kill. Alright, so what else can I say about the car mode? Not much other than it's really cool. Just to give you a quick scale comparison, that's him with the Power Series Dropkick. So, quite a big difference in size there. To transform him, first you want to start by going under here. There's some tabs right there. You want to undo those tabs from the legs. Then you can go up under here and pull, let's get this raised up a little bit, and pull this out from it's tabbed in, just enough where it's like that. Same thing on the other side, just enough like that. Then you want to go to the front and lift up this, which has a couple rectangular tabs that slot into the pieces right there and there, and just bring this back. Then we're going to do the legs. So you want to go back here and separate the tabs here. It's actually strong tab together. Separate that. Okay, getting that up. You now want to I guess we can do this all together. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to separate this. There's a little tab slot right here first. See that little tab that goes into a hole over there. You want to separate that. You want to start to move this piece. As you move this piece, you want to get some room. As you move this piece inward, you can start to drop this piece, which has the foot as well. Now, technically, you probably want some room, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take these arms and pull them out. I'll show you how to go back into car mode too. So there we go. Just like that. We're going to now shift these around like this. Oh, get out of the way. Battle helmet. Never had the bat. Oh, there we go. Just to get everything out of the way. Alright, so we're going to go back to the legs. Alright, so when you start to pull this part inward, it will allow you to shift this piece. Like, see these pieces. Sorry, hold on guys. There we go. This piece will now pull down. You can also shift it. It's on a little shifting button. So you want to flip out the leg like this. So when you start to flip this down, this will go into the inside. And if you're getting things in the way, just remember that this thing shifts back and forth. So you want to shift it back. That'll allow you to bring it back. Then you can shift this up. Then you can pull the foot down. Then you can rotate the foot down and around like so. Once you do that, you can support this piece into that cavity right there. And then drop this around, taking that tab and putting it into that slot right there. Like that. What's going on? Never had problems putting that slot in. What is going on, dude? There. Sorry. Just get aggravated when I have no little room. But anyways, you want to pull this up and slot this piece in there. And then that in that slot in the gray part is where you slot this tab right there. So you slot this part in and then tab that in. That's how you do the legs. Let's see if we can make it more easy on this side now that I have room. You want to separate the tabs here. That'll allow you to be able to shift this out of the way, get the foot, move it out of the way, shift this out of the way. That'll allow you to bring this up in like this, allow you to drop the foot down. You can now shift this back into position. You do want to tab in that tab over on this side of the leg. And like this. I'll tell you guys, I've never had trouble getting these tabs in. And I've done these takes. There we go. I don't know why it's giving me trouble on this take. Anyways, tab that in securely. And then do the same thing with these tabs down here. And this side does not tab in on this part. This part does. So I don't know what that problem was. See that? It untabs so quickly. It's just not a very good tab connection on mine. So then you have the legs done. Jeez, that took forever. Readjusting the lights in the camera. Alright. Now we can work on this. So you can bring that down. There's a little notch and the little tab right there. Here it click into place. Like that. You now want to rotate this out and you hold the wheel kind of, and then shift the down on like basically the outer shoulder swivel like this. If it gets in the way, then you flip these underneath. Make sure that's all attached. You go under here, flip this up like that. There's a couple tabs right back here that'll slot into these slots. And then once it does that, it makes the transformation noise. Then what you do is you take these parts, drop them down, and then you fold this part over. There's a couple slots that slot into each other. And the official transformation, and then you got a slot right here that tabs into that. This is the official transformation. But I'm going to show you a way cooler transformation. Just for now, we're going to... So if you go back here, you can turn this off. Okay, so that's the official, like this. Now let's show you my transformation. Let's put these clip down. Alright, so these are on hinges, so if you lift that up and then marry them to the middle, usually a lot smoother than that, but I'm already aggravated. Like that. It looks better from the back and from the front. And as you can see, this tab came undone. Just like I said, it doesn't ever stay. So, there we go. And then pushing this all the way back, adjusting him. There is Power Charge Bumblebee in robot mode. So, he's got a painted helmet, fully painted yellow. You got some silver bits where the old horns were in the Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, 2007, those kind of days. And then these are the new horns. He's got silver paint, metallic paints on his face, as well as these side vents. And he's got a pinned on battle helmet. And the way you work with that is you just grab these on the side and pull forward like this. And let's just give you a nice clean view up front. You can see his awesome battle helmet. Very cool. It's painted as well. It's painted translucent plastic, as you can see there, fully. But it's got the honeycomb effect right where the goggles are. It's basically a face shield for him. And then you can just flip it back, and it doesn't affect head swivel at all. So there's that. You do get the effect, but we turned it off for now. For articulation, you can swivel out to the side and you swivel back in. You can rotate this. You got a 90-degree bend at the elbow, bicep swivel. That'll go 360. It's on a really tight hinge. You get a swivel here for head as well as battle helmet. Both. You get this will go out full Van Damme. You can kick way up. Well, keep and get straight. You can kick way up. So good 120 degrees up. If you kick out and back, you can get quite a bit. But if you move this out of the way, you can kick all the way back, even just straight back. You have a thigh swivel right above the knee. So it does create these kind of poses. Sitting on couch poses, whatever. And you get a 90-degree bend at the knee. You also, if you remove the inner hinge, you have a ankle swivel back and forth, which is kind of cool. But you'd have this piece flapping around. But you can use it and then just readjust it to the way it looks or something for posing options. So you do have that option. And you can see this one just automatically comes undone, like always. You do have some paint on the hips here, on the thighs. It wraps around and then goes back up on the upper hip. So on both sides. Get some more yellow paint on the bottom of the feet, as well as silver paint on these shin guards. And once again, you get some more paint on the right-hand side of his arm. So, and that's pretty much the paint. I showed you the helmet. Size-wise, he is 10 inches tall. It's going to look a little different for you guys, but that's what his actual height is. So, showing you comparison with Optimus Prime, the Nitro series. That's what he looks like. That's a 7-inch figure. And then a deluxe would be, here's top twist. See, quite a bit smaller. That's a deluxe. Check out the Takara Legend Series playlist for more of those. I've got all of them. And then here's a masterpiece car. This is actually a taller version of it, more like Ironhide size, but it's a little bit smaller than Ironhide, I believe. That's Masterpiece Rodimus, or Hot Rodimus. Checking out the Gimmick, so you go back here, you can flip this little switch up. When you attach this, it makes the transformation noise. If you hold it together, you get a better idea of how the robot mode works. You see the headlights flashing.
Available at all local retailers. A new car! Let's go! And the crowd goes wild.
It's weird. Every take I've done, it does different noises. This is new.
Touchdown!
You gonna talk? You gonna talk, Bumblebee? What? See, I don't understand why he says different things every time. And then he says the same different things, and then he won't say it again.
You're not getting nothing out of me.
Well, that says it right there. Well, we're gonna go back and turn him off. Alright, so transforming him back real quickly here is a few different techniques, so let's go through it. Alright, so first you want to take these, rotate them up. You're going to want to take this, untab it from there, straighten it out. Take these, tab them up on just like that. There's a little tab slot right here that tabs over like that. You want to go up here, pulling this out till it clicks. Alright, now we're going to do the legs. So we're going to rotate the camera down. So we'll start with this one since it's already done. You want to pull that down like this. You're going to pull this tab out like that. You're going to swivel this up to give it room. You're also going to flip the foot like that. When you're going, you're going to have this hinge. You're going to flip this up as you pull this down, and you're going to have this hinge outward like that. Then from this side, you're going to rotate this back and then kind of merge it all together like that. There's a tab right there. There's actually a peg, and you peg that together like this, and you basically have one side done for right now. There's also tab slots in the inner feet and then tabs right here, but that doesn't really do much. Next, you want to take this, untab that, flip it down, untab the side of the outer side, flip it out, swivel this forward. That'll allow you to drop this down. When you drop this down, you can rotate the foot out. As you rotate the wheel in, I'm going to switch it around now. As you rotate the wheel in, like this, you swivel it up and back, having this be like that, and then marrying up those tabs again, make sure that the bumper doesn't get behind it. Like that. And then peg that in. If you peg it in now, it'll be much easier later. And then you just want to, well, it unpegged itself, but you get the idea. And you want to make sure that this part is angled down. So they're both kind of in that V section like I was showing you earlier. Then you go to the back. You attach the top first, then the bottom. Oops, you attach the top first, and then the bottom, which is really tight tab, like that. And then, if you want, you can tab in. There's slots in the inside, right there in the inner part, that will go into these parts on the back here. There's little tabs right there. You can tab those together if you want. I never do, but you can. Alright, essentially next you want to rotate these down like this. and like this. Okay, so they're like that. Let's raise this up a minute. Then you're gonna pull these in. You want this tab right there to go into that hole right there, and you want the back of his arm. There's a slot that'll slot into this brown tab. My thumbnail's touching, so tab into that first up above, then tab this in the bottom. Make sure the thigh swivel is straight when you do it. Tab it in, and then tab it in there. So there's that. Just like this. Then you're going to slot this together. The way you do that is there's those tabs there. They slot right like that on both sides. Flip up the bumper like this. Then you want to marry the top together. I always find if you go down, it works better. Like that. Once you go down, you want to go over here and put the pegs on the legs together, like those pegs right there. And then it's just a matter of getting the rest of it to fit together, which is just a seaming and tabbing process. Sorry. Like that. And there you go. There he is in car mode once again. Let's get the lights back on him. So, oops, that's too far. But that's my review, guys. Let me know what you think of the video. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe for more toy reviews. And as always, stay tuned for the next video. Pieces are up, guys. I'm out. Just leave a comment in the comment section below. Peace.